music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Teen Mom. I got confused. Teen Mom OG. This is season 7, episode 18. This is the season finale. The reunion shows, I believe, comes on next week. And today's lipstick is Kat Von D. This is the color. You see? The color is like Aisha or Aisha. I don't know. It's AYESHA. I got it from Sephora. You can still get my cups and my mug. The link to get the mug and the link to get my I'm Fat shirt, meaning I am fierce, amazing, and talented. The link will be below in the description box. So yeah, please get your shirts and your mugs. Thank you. It is 2:20 in the morning, but I am here with you guys right now. So Kate is back home. I'm not gonna go through the whole motions of everything that happened. Kate is back home. You can tell from when Kate got home, she didn't feel like she wanted to be home. And that's not to say Kate doesn't want to be home. Kate doesn't like her house. It means when Kate came back, Kate just didn't seem happy to be back as I thought she would. She seems a little bit off. And when Tyler asked, like, okay, so like, what's the plan? Like, what are you going to do when you're back now? And she says, she's going to do all these things to kind of keep herself busy, to keep herself working on herself, whether it is get a phone with no social media, going to see a psychiatrist, going horseback riding for herself, teaching Nova how to ride a horse, and just basically asking for help if she needs help. That is her plan. When they go to look at the house, if they're renovating their own house, Kate just seems a bit withdrawn. She really, really does. She's bringing up how she just feels exhausted, and Tyler's like, you slept like a baby, though. Like, I wish I could sleep like you. And he's trying to, I think, get back into their regular routine of joking with each other, and she kind of just like, she just seemed withdrawn. She even sat in the fake shower that's still being built, and I'm like, she seemed off. She did. We see a little part of her kind of like, I won't say snapping at Nova, but she was a little bit more stern with talking to Nova when Nova was going down for a nap. And then we see her, the next scene is her admitting to Tyler that she feels like she, having to force herself to get up, force herself to comb her hair and put makeup on. She's trying to force herself to get up and do things. She's still feeling a little bit sad and depressed. Tyler wonders, is it his fault? Is it something that he did not do, he did not say? And she assures him it has nothing to do with him. It's all her. It's some of her childhood shit. She's like, whether it's, my mom being a drunk when I was younger, my dad leaving, it's different things that just trigger me to feel this way. It's my brain that's messed up. And, it's like, I want to go back to treatment. And she then says, like, I wouldn't blame you, because she's crying, of course. And he just kind of looked shell-shocked, like, because she went from saying, like, she was having an honest conversation with him. She really was. And she said, because she felt like she's been waking up every morning just feeling depressed. And she wanted to be honest. But he still looked shell-shocked. She just goes into saying how, it's not you, it's me. And, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to divorce me. Other husbands would not stay with their wives who consistently have these issues, And she's crying. He's like, babe. And he goes and he says, I would never leave you. I'm not going anywhere. Any husband who will leave their wife for this is not a real husband. Tyler has dealt with the most shit. He has, I think, grown. Tyler used to be like a little bit of an asshole when it came to certain situations. Sorry, y'all. Just to the point of where sometimes he looked at things in black and white. I think now he sees the gray area. Damn it. This is what makes me. This is why I should not drink those before I do these. Or while, because in between, when I take a break between one and the review and the other one, I drink some of that. But yeah. So he's just trying to be there for her right now, but he's been through so much reason. Think about it. Kate consistently has some kind of issue, and he usually handles it pretty well. His father and his consistent drug issues, the issues with Carly's birth parents, just different things that they have going on that he tends to handle much better now. It's fucking amazing, honestly. He asked her, they have a later conversation, and she said that she wants to go to inpatient treatment. She wants to go back to inpatient for about 6 weeks. And he then says, well, what about outpatient? She says, well, yeah, that's the same thing that the facility said, like, what about outpatient? But she's like, I just want to go to inpatient so they can re-regulate my medication. I can see a doctor every day. And he's like, well, yeah, but even with outpatient, you would go see a doctor every day. You just wouldn't be, like, gone for 6 weeks. Like, you wouldn't be, like, there the whole time. And she wants inpatient. She consistently wants inpatient. And this is where I feel like Kate a little bit is being a little bit unfair. I thought I wrote some notes, but I guess I did not. But yeah, so she wants inpatient, and he just keeps saying to her, like, okay, whatever you feel like will work for you, okay, that's fine. Because he keeps on, you can maybe try outpatient, see how it goes. But you can see that he's saying that, but when she keeps saying inpatient, he's not trying to force the issue. He's not trying to, like, make her see, I really want you to do outpatient, but you keep saying inpatient, I'm gonna leave it alone. We then see him talk to his sister, and he admits that he's actually frustrated, and he wished that they would have had a conversation about what she wanted to do versus Kate just saying, I want to go back to treatment inpatient full time, point blank, period. He says, she only wanted to do one thing, and that kind of frustrates me. And he said he was honestly pissed off because he said he felt like, I guess he said he asked her, okay, if you go to inpatient, what about Nova? She's going to be without her mother again. And, she said, well, no, she'll manage. And he said it pissed him off. And I think I think Tyler had every right to be pissed off solely because he's dealt with so much and not got pissed off about anything, really, if you think about it. He typically handles things pretty well. Even if he says like an asshole comment, he doesn't like flip out about stuff. And, at least about this kind of her leaving or whatever. So, he's like, he said when she said Nova will manage her leaving and being gone because of her mental issues and how he felt like she don't need out inpatient, and her going away, it's like, I'm going to do whatever I need to do, she'll be fine. And he says it reminded him of Butch, when Butch would say, I left y'all to win smoke crack because y'all would be fine, y'all would manage because y'all had a good mother. And I felt like she said it not even knowing, her saying that would trigger his feelings about how his father abandoned them to deal with his issues. Kate not out here smoking crack, but in a way, she's still doing something for herself that takes her away from her child for long periods of time. And I feel like that's why Tyler suggested outpatient, so that you can still get the help you need. I want you to get the help you need, but I just don't want you to have to go away to do it. And when the sister says, well, maybe she just can't express to you certain things, and he said, well, if she can't express certain things, then maybe I'm not the right person for her. I know he's gonna regret saying that later. I honestly truly know he do, but I felt like that was his venting moment of, if I'm not worth you wanting to be around, am I the right person for you? And I know he's gonna regret that later. I honestly think he will. We then see Kate take Nova to school, and when Nova's like, I want you to pick me up in school, and she's like, no, your dad's gonna do it. You can tell Nova's mad, and she then says, I don't want to go to school, because her thing is, I know if I go to school, when I come back, mom ain't gonna be here. And she didn't like that. And so she drops off or whatever, and she's like, I know she feels so sad, but I have to go. I feel like Kate is going for herself. And I feel like she just wants to be away from everything that gives her anxiety and gives her these feelings of not being herself. And that's noble, because she absolutely positively has mental issues that she needs to work on. She does need therapy. She does need help. She honestly absolutely does. The difference, I think, is she won't try outpatient, because for her it's easier if she's an inpatient, because she's an inpatient away from everything else. And I feel like someone needs to say to her, you can't keep running away to treatment, to be away from everything, especially if the treatment place tells you you should try outpatient, because you can get the help you need but still be in your own life. You don't really need inpatient right now because you're not in that dire situation. You're just having some, anxiety. You think your meds aren't working. So, she goes away. And I feel like her being away is hard on her family, whether it's hard on Tyler, it's harder on Nova, and just the family whole. He already dealing with his father being in rehab. So for you to go away for another month and a half, I wish she would have tried outpatient. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Maci and them. Maci's story was pretty easy. She found out that Ryan and Mackenzie's having... They focus on Ryan and Mackenzie more than Maci. But it is what it is. She finds out that Ryan and Mackenzie's having another baby through Bentley. And she's talking with a friend, like, at a pedicure place, getting the mani-pedi. And she was saying, like, he's having a new kid. That's fine. We don't really co-parent at all. Billy sees his grandparents, but he's not allowed to be by himself with Ryan. And she admits that Ryan having another baby does not mean I'm gonna let him get Bentley and let him ride around with, let Bentley ride around with him. I don't trust him yet, because he still has not taken a drug test, and it's probably because he can't pass one. That's why he has not taken one. So we see that whole part. We see a rare appearance of Maci's mom. I don't think I remember seeing Maci's mom since 16 and pregnant. I don't recall seeing her much. But she looks just like her fucking mom. She looks just like her. They both admit that, Ryan having another baby, that hopefully, him having another kid will make him stay clean. Hopefully it does. Maci says, her and Ryan, she said, I have people. My people know his people. And I can say for a fact, he not clean. He can't pass the drug test, and that's the issue. And I don't think there's any shade in what she's saying. I think Americans see Ryan ain't clean. We not stupid. We knew his ass wasn't clean before he went to rehab. It was everyone else who was acting as if, oh, he's fine. No, he's not fine. And he's back on drugs. He might not be spending 10 grand a day or 10 grand a week, or however much he was spending. He's still getting high. And I don't care what anybody say, his ass still getting high. Her mom just says how, Ryan has to be the one to take his sobriety seriously. And he does. He can't get sober for nobody else if he won't get sober for himself. And that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I want him to take his sobriety serious and also being a father serious. And then Maci's like, Maci says, I'm no longer living my life to help fix Ryan or to worry about what Ryan has going on. He doesn't deserve that from me. And he does not. He got a whole ass Mackenzie for that now. Fuck that. We see Ryan and Mackenzie at the doctor's visit. She is 6 weeks, so she's doing October. She's really having a goddamn baby, Lord Jesus. Mackenzie then says how she told the story of how she told Ryan she was pregnant. It was fucking disgusting. She say how she took the test, the pee stick, and put it in their fast food bag. So that when he went in the fast food bag to get his food, he would pull out a pee stick. You peed on that. You peed on it and put it in the goddamn girl. You nasty little heifer. I'm like, and she said it as if it was cute. I'm like, that is fucking disgusting. And she said when he put it out, he thought he threw it or whatever, he didn't know what it was. And then he was freaking out, like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And she said, it's fine, we're married. Look, Ryan don't want no more kids. Ryan ain't ready for kids at all. So when she said he freaked out because he don't want no more damn kids. And he like, what the fuck we gonna do? You want kids, Mackenzie, and he says he's fine with it because you're his wife. Ryan ain't bit more ready for another baby than a man on the moon. Okay, and ain't no man on the goddamn moon right now, so it is what it is. She then said, yeah, he did. I said we're married, and then he said, call my mom, because why? He's a goddamn mama's boy. And look, no matter what kind of nice music y'all play, no matter how nice y'all try to make the scene, no one likes Mackenzie. The nice music of her saying that she put her damn pea stick ass pregnancy test in they food, we don't like her, so we don't care. We don't find out, oh, that was cute. We don't care. No one likes Mackenzie. Gonna have to be on the show for at least 3 more seasons. She's gonna have to deliver her own baby, save some dolphins, probably, donate water to the Flint people for anyone to even accept her as a regular human being. No one fucks with Mackenzie. They don't. I don't. No one likes Mackenzie, and it's her own fault. She could be a great person in real life. On the show, she's a bitch. Next, Ryan parents talking to him about, if he's ready to be a father, if he's ready to basically be sober, like how he's doing now that he's sober. He says he feels fine. That's what he said. He then says he feels like him having another baby will help him stay sober. I said, motherfucker, what? You had a whole Bentley. You had a whole first son to help you stay sober. My thing is to say that this baby will help me stay sober is a fucking disrespectful ass comment to your first son. That's like saying my first son wasn't good enough for me to stay sober and clean, but I'm going to stay clean for this second baby. I'm like, who the fuck says that? You should be wanting to be sober for both of your children. Don't say, oh yeah, having this other baby will help me stay sober. Bitch, what? I was just like, well, how would he say something like that? I'm like, you still getting high. You still getting high, right? You're not fooling no goddamn body. His father says, I feel like your story, Ryan, will help people. If you help one person or one family, help them do what? He not clean. Ryan is going to be a cautionary tale of what not to do with MTV money. Don't spend it all up shooting it up in your arms. Ryan is still getting high. And I hope he get better. I hope he stays clean. I really, really do. I wish him the motherfucking best. However, he don't... Right now, Ryan is not sober. He is not clean. He's not sober. He's not honest. He's not a good husband. He's not a good father. 5 things that he don't do right, and he on the show. He's going to be a cautionary tale of what the fuck not to do. Look, you can't deny it. You can't act as if he's fine. He's not fine. And that's it. He don't even look sober at the fucking table. He doesn't. I'm like, am I blind? I wear glasses. I see it. How don't y'all see it? It's the stupidest shit ever. They then show Mackenzie and Ryan in a car. It's toward the end of the episode. And they're like driving home, and he's aggravated because she's taking a certain route home. You can clearly see something's up. He in the car, oh my God, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. That's an issue with drugs, okay? When you come down off a high or you just got high. I'm so cold. Oh my God, I'm so cold. She looking at him. He looking at her. They both looking at the camera because they know if they're being recorded, so they can't say certain things. He agitated. She agitated. He in the car dozing off. Okay, cool. They get home. He wake up. Oh my God, I feel so sick because you high. Okay, let's be honest. Or you coming down off a high. One of the two. And in the house, with of course no camera, they have no camera, but we see the audio, and he's saying like, you know what I'm saying, you get on my nerve, you tripping, I can't take this, we gonna have to separate for 9 months while you pregnant because it's just too much, you can't be acting like this, and you're being a dick. Look, we know they're not gonna last. Let's just admit that now. They're gonna be together for another 2 years, and at the most, and then she gonna divorce him. Yeah, that's it. So look, once my husband asked me to separate for 9 months because I'm pregnant, we get a divorce anyway. But her dumb ass ain't gonna do it. Amber and Andrew, they just live together like it's peachy keen. Lord Jesus. Andrew gets the call from some people in LA who say some pilot or something they worked on a couple years ago. they got funding for it. So they want him to come to LA to produce it. And of course, he's like, I'm down 100%. And, I'm going to be there. You got a whole baby coming. He comes and he tells Amber. Amber, oh my God, it's so good. Okay. And he said that I want you to come with me. Oh, when is it? I think it was, like in June or July. Okay, I think it's going to be hard because at that point in time, James will be born. So they having a boy. They call him James. And it will be hard taking care of a baby without you. Amber, Amber with her own baby is going to be hilarious to see. I really think this series has to go until at least the baby's 2. I can't see Amber being a real mom. I know that sounds harsh. I cannot see her being a real mom because she's just not a good mother at this point in time. So she's like, yeah, we'll go, we'll bring the baby, whatever. And because it'll be in the summer, hopefully Gary will let me bring Leah. He won't. You wanna know why? Because you don't get her when you live in the same state. So why would he let you take her for the summer to out in the state? And whatever. Then we see her talking to her cousin Crystal. Crystal, oh, that cat ass. She's upset at this point because Leah was supposed to come to her house for this week. It's her weekend with her. Leah does not want to come. Leah wants to go over her friend's house for some other reason. I think like maybe for a summer party or whatever. And Amber's upset because she feel like, it's bullshit. And, why my daughter doesn't want to be around you. Because your daughter don't want to be around you because you don't care about being around her. And she like, well, I don't see her that much anyway. I want to go hang out with my friends. And plus, Leah's getting older. And, once kids start having real friends and they have little parties and sleepovers and stuff, that's what they want to do. And you don't spend enough time with her for her to be like, I want to make you a priority. You don't. I think when she's with you, she's with you. If there's nothing else she wants to do, she don't mind it. And if something else comes up, she's like, I'm straight. I don't want my house. I'm good. And that's what she decided this particular time. So she said she's going to ask Gary to switch weekends since Leah doesn't want to come this weekend. But I feel like if it's your weekend and she says, Mom, I don't want to come over there. I want to go to my friend's house. If you said okay, you can't be mad at Gary. Because you could have said out your own mouth, no, she going to come over here. Whether you said that to Leah or to Gary, you could have made the decision that she can't go wherever else. She's going to come spend time with me. You could have made the decision as a parent. However, you didn't. So, whatever. She was saying how I feel like I should be a priority because Gary said that, because I think she asked Gary if she could get her for the weekend, his weekend. He said no, because the weekend that she's usually with me is the weekend that Christina's other daughter is here. And Amber feels like, she should take priority over whatever else. You shouldn't, because you don't put Leah as a priority to anybody. So, pop goes the weasel. What did she say? Because then she brought up, I would move from here. I'm only living here in Indiana for Leah. If she wasn't here, I would have been moved. So when she goes to college, I'm going to just move to LA. And I feel like, you don't see her now. The amount of time that you see Leah, you might as well live in a different state. You live in the same state with her and you still don't see her. So you make it seem as if you're only there to see her a lot when you don't see her. You might as well just move to California and have her fly out every weekend. It's that simple. I mean, because you don't see her on any regular basis. So I'm like, you gonna wait till she in college for what? Hell, you've been gone her whole life. It doesn't really matter if you live in LA, if you live in Indiana, if you live in goddamn Timbuktu. You don't see her on a regular basis anyway. It doesn't matter where you live. So shut up. Gary does say no to switching weekends. We see him and Christina talking, and he says, Leah's at an age to where she decides if she wants to do A, B, or C. I think she's like 9 or 10. That is her age. When you like, I don't want to go to Uncle Stacey's house. I want to go down to Lee house. You know what I'm saying? Give me either way. Me and my brother. But Leah's at that age. You know what I'm saying? He was saying like, and then when he said, I told her that we couldn't switch days because I'm not giving up my time. Because she could have easily told Leah no. So I'm not giving up my time because Leah chose to not want to see her on her weekend. I'm not losing my time. And I feel like, he has a right to that, even though he sees her all the time. Amber isn't consistent enough to want these special privileges, even as her mother. I think Amber only wants to get her when the visitation agreement says it. She doesn't try to work and say, you know what, I know, because think about it. Amber doesn't have a job. She doesn't. She can just be like, you know what, I want to spend more time with my daughter, so let me try to work things out to where maybe I can pick her up from school and then take her to Gary's house, and then that's our time. Or I can go over there 3 times a week to the house and just spend time with her at Gary's, just to build up some things of them saying, you know what, Amber was really putting in time with Leah. Instead of having her come over here, she can just pick her up and take her back to her house, and have an extra day. But she ain't putting that goddamn time in. And so when she asks for extra stuff, Gary like, I ain't trying to make accommodations for her. She doesn't do anything extra. Like, she does the bare minimum. The bare minimum, and that's it. What else did she say? Yeah, so that's all they really talked about. The last thing that we see with them is Amber is upset because she's mad because Gary would not switch days. And, I should be a priority. The fuck you shouldn't. Andrew then says, he's probably putting things in her head, talking about her. And Amber gonna say, yeah, I know that he be bad mouthing me. No one has to bad mouth you to Leah. Leah sees it. She feels it. So no one has to bad mouth you. And the thing about it is, I've never seen Gary talk negatively about Amber in front of Leah. It's always a time when Leah isn't there. I've never seen him talk shit about them, but I have seen Amber talk shit in front of Leah. Let's make that clear. She then says, I went to prison to be a better parent. No, you didn't. You went to prison because you want to go to prison. You going to prison did not make you a better person. She said, I'm a better person now. Bitch, where? I mean, your hair is better. Your house is better. But you're the same. You just don't pop pills. Because then she said, I'm a good mom now. Just because you no longer take pills and drink and get drunk and be high doesn't mean you're a good parent. Because you're not. You're not in your child's life. And you have no reason to not. You don't work. Your boyfriend Andrew doesn't work. Y'all are always at home, just chilling around and chilling or whatever. You don't put forth any effort. You are never, ever. And that's all I'm just, I'm done. I'm tired. It's 2:47 and I have one more review to do. So guess what I'm doing? I'm out of here. But put your comments below about how you feel about the episodes. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.